and they called it a day.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 64 of Nickel O's World Podcast. Welcome. If you are a new viewer, thank you so much for checking me out, and I hope you come back again. And if you are a returning viewer, as always, thank you so much for coming back. How is everybody? I hope you had a good end of August, a good Labor Day if you celebrate Labor Day. And if you don't, I hope you had a great weekend wherever you were. Alright. You guys are probably wondering where I've been. Well, it's easy to explain. I did not record the last weekend I did not record the weekend before last. I didn't record the weekend of August 22nd and 23rd, because I took that as my birthday weekend. My birthday was the 25th on Tuesday. So, excuse me, I'm sucking on a piece of candy. My throat's dry, and you can see I'm back in our old location where I was back in winter. So, yeah, I didn't bring water because I have to carry everything upstairs, and well, I just didn't do it. I'm digressing. So then, the weekend of August 29th and 30th, I got busy. Life happened, and I didn't get to record. I wanted to. I tried my hardest, but I was just too tired by the time night came to record, and it wouldn't have been good quality for you guys. I did, however, record Thursday, September the 3rd, but the podcast never got published because somehow I put it through Handbrake, and it did like it did the last time, which just showed you heard the intro music and 1 second, and that was it. I don't know why. It compressed it too compressed. If you don't know what Handbrake is, it basically compresses the file so it's not as big to upload, and when it downloads or whatever to how you guys watch it, it isn't as large. But it's compressing it too much, so I'm gonna try again and see how this goes. I did try to re-edit the video, but Handbrake gave me issues again. So it's setting in my archives. And if you're wondering what today is, I even forgot to say what today is. It's Thursday, September the 10th. I know, it's a Thursday. So this is episode 64. And also the reason why I've been absent is, I'm not sure if I told you guys this in another podcast. I'm in the process of cleaning out another house and emptying it. And it has to be done by the first week in October. So my hot little hands and my hot little butt are at the other place cleaning it out. It's full from attic to basement. And I have to go through box by box by box. And if you're familiar with what Pennsylvania's had a little heat wave lately. So yeah, that made it even harder. But that's basically what I've been doing. And yeah, I want to say thank you to everybody who sent me birthday notes, birthday wishes, and birthday gifts. Thank you guys so very much. I did try to get back to everybody. And I believe I got back to every single one of you. If I didn't, I am so sorry. Thank you, and I apologize for not getting back to you. Alright, Administrati. After a long introduction. Alright. We have our blanket along going on. It runs until the end of the month. Not the end of the month. The end of the year. I'm going to lock the thread the 31st or the 1st, depending. I'll probably leave it go till January the 1st, depending on what I'm doing New Year's Eve. And FYI, I'm sorry if you hear street noise or traffic. I live on a busy street, so you probably hear cars honking, people making noise. So apologize now. Or if you hear buzzing or vibrating, I put my phone on vibrate and it's next to my laptop. Alright. I want you guys' opinion. I am thinking, because it's the not the holiday season, but the holiday season is upon us. I know, Nicole, quit jumping ahead. Sorry. But it is, if you think about it, it's soon going to be Thanksgiving. And everybody's already starting Christmas. They were starting Christmas back in July. So, I was thinking of having a holiday gift cow, where it's basically a fall holiday gift giving cow. What do you guys think? I'd run it until after Christmas. I did this last year as well. I don't remember what I called it. I would have to look back at our page. But it's basically a cow for, you can show off your holiday gifts that you made, received, anything fallish that you're making. You guys let me know, because I don't want, this is our group, so I value your input. Alright, and I was also thinking, and I think I may start this next year, called basically a whip it down, where if you're like me, you have a lot of projects on your hooks or your needles, or you have a UFO bin. Yeah. If you're sitting there and you're confused, you're like, what's a UFO bin? I know what a UFO is. UFO, unfinished object bin. Or place where you stuff all your unfinished objects that you were working on, and either you lost interest in, or you just put it in hibernation, or something to that effect. I can open a thread and we can just I can call it like whip it down or something, where maybe we show what we have that we need to work them down and get them finished, or ideas. I'm not always the best when it comes to words, but basically maybe I don't know if you want to call it an along, like a whip it down along, where we can maybe post pictures of all the whips that we have, or there be knitting, crocheting, spinning. We have it, it's sitting there, maybe motivate us to get it started or finished, more like it. That's also why I have our year-long blanket along. Just encouragement to get blankets done and off the hook and off the needles, because sometimes we just need extra encouragement. Alright. And I'm semi-prepared because I have show notes. Alright. And I was also thinking of starting a thread. And again, I don't know if you guys would like it, but ideas. I was thinking of starting a thread where it was basically like the most popular knit and crocheted patterns. Because I know we all like different patterns, and if you're like me, your queue is up to over 800. Yeah. Yeah, you guys really have enabled me, and my queue on Rav has massively jumped. I believe it's over 800. I'll tell you. Alright. And if you want to see some of the items that I have queued, feel free to look. I have it labeled like free pattern, wish list, owned, / mystery along. I'm a sucker for those. I have, it's 28 pages, my queue, and I have 819 items queued. Yeah. I really need to work on my queue. Or stop adding things to my queue, but I can't. You guys, you enable me so bad. And I'm sure I do to you guys too. Alright. So that being said, you know, we're always looking for patterns. I feel like I'm just digressing. Focus, Nicole. So my idea of wanting your input to start a thread on maybe some popular crochet and knit patterns is basically if you're looking for something and you're not sure what you want, it could be something that you can go to the page and go through and look, click the links to the patterns, but perfect, that's what I can use that yarn for, or something to that effect. You know, maybe it may inspire you to make something. Let's see what else. I also have a thread in the group called Reclaim That Yarn, where maybe it's yarn that you have that you from a project you frogged, you reclaimed it and you're going to use it as something else. And it's there if you want to share. Alright, moving along. Finished objects. Wonk wonk. I don't have any finished objects, but I have a pile of objects I started. Cast on itis. And I don't have all of them with me. As you guys know, I'm still working on Hermione's Everyday Socks. I didn't bring them because I haven't actively worked on them in a week or two, so I don't need to show you guys. There's no progress since the last time you've seen it. Alright. What I do have, and it is now in a bigger bag, and this is my quad bag. I won this from a prize from the Turbo Knitter. Hi, Ken! I won this in his podcast. I won this prize on the Turbo Knitters podcast, Ken. And if you're wondering what's in here, it is my Equinox poncho. This is the one I got. If you're new, it's yarn I picked up at Maryland Sheep and Wool this year. And I got the pattern with it. It is Equinox Poncho by Kate Salmon. It is a paid-for pattern. But here is what it looks like. It is a gorgeous poncho. I did get to actually try it on in the booth there. I fell in love with the yarn right away. Actually, I fell in love with the yarn when we all do that. You look and you touch it, like, ooh, you know, you like it. And I fell in love with the yarn. I was like, what do you make? And I seen this poncho and I was like, felt the poncho, like, ooh, I like this, you know. And the lady was like, that's the same yarn that you we're looking at. I'm like, oh. Try it on and it's hot there, and I fell in love with it. So this has gotten a fair amount of its love. I am on like skein number 3 or number 4. I have 6 total. This is what it looks like so far. You guys don't want to see the back. And they are being knit on Knit Picks Interchangeables 3.5 mils. And it's in the aqua colorway. Guys, can can actually see it pretty good. In case you're wondering, that's what it looks like. I'll show it up close. Yes, it is long. It massively grew since you guys seen it last. I finished, because this is a pay pattern, I'm not trying to give too much away. I finished this, and I finished this part, and I'm on the repeat. I'm on the repeat of the panel here of this. As you can see, I'm not giving anything away by saying that, so if you don't know what I'm talking about repeat, you just know it's a repeat. So yeah, as soon as I finish that, then I just have a little bit more to go, and then I have to knit till it's so many inches, and I can bind off and sew her up. I am worried though that because I'm not using the size needles that are called for. The size needles they call for are US 5 3.75. Sorry about that. Neighbor, TV next door. Anyhow, as I was saying, it is a paid for. I am on the repeat. I have to make it grow to so many inches, and then I can bind off. But because it calls for 3.75 mils, and I'm using 3.5 mils. So I'm hoping I have enough yarn. It doesn't seem like it. But the folks at Green Mountain Spinnery said it's enough to make the project. So we'll see. If it's not, I'll have to frog it and redo it. And I want to thank those that helped me regarding my Knit Picks interchangeables. I was having an issue where they kept coming undone every time I used them, and some folks suggested that I put the key in there and tighten the heck out of these bad boys. Like, Signatures have those rubber things that you can use, or the things like you use to open a jar. Just give them a good twist, tight, and it should be good to go. Knock on wood, it has been. But, you know, I was kind of disappointed. I was like, why are they coming open? I love Knit Picks, interchangeables. Now that they explained it, I know, and so far so good. And I do need to put a stitch marker so that you guys can see progress next time. And it is, because it is so long now, and it has grown, I'm only doing 1 or 2 rows a night. Because it takes so long to get to the end of the row, the end of it, and then work my way back. I just do I make myself, well, I don't make myself. I decide I'm going to do 2 rows a night, and that's it. If I want to do more, then I do more. But because it takes so long, you don't want to overdo it. Alright. My next work in progress, and this hasn't gotten that much love. It is a free pattern on Rav. It is Without Moonlight Shawl. So if you guys see anything, I'm not giving anything away. It's a free pattern. So there's the picture. And here is who did it. I don't want to butcher anybody's name. It is gorgeous. If you're wondering like what it looks like up close or spread out more, that's what it looks like. And I don't think it changed since you guys seen it last, but here's where I am. It did grow. I am using my Knit Picks interchangeables again. They're my Caspians, and they are US 5 mil needles. And the pattern calls for, does it say stockinette? Oh, the pattern calls for 6.5 mil needles. So I am down a needle size. which is okay because sometimes I end up having to go down a needle size anyhow if it calls for bigger size. I am definitely obviously going to have to put these on bigger cables when the time comes, but I really like how it's working out. And the yarn is really soft. It's 100% acrylic. I got it at AC Moore. In their dollar bin, if you go into AC Moore, you can get yarn for $1. The bin's usually a mess. It has the Yarn Basic 2 on it. And it's usually a mess. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm sure when you're AC Moore, the yarn's probably a mess in the dollar bin. But this is Studio Samples by Nicole. No, it's not me. I don't own it. I wish. It is 100% acrylic, approximately 158 yards or 44 mil. And it is no colorway. I call it gray or light gray. The number is 346001. No color. Way name. I just call it gray or a pewter. But I didn't work on it since last week. It is a quick little knit. It is fun to work on, especially since I'm there like, how is this going together? How is this working with this shawl? But it seems to, and it is in my I Love Cupcake bag that I won on Penhook Needles podcast. Alright, next, if you're wondering what is in here, yes, my Equinox poncho used to be housed in here. In here is something I am working on, a design perhaps. Some of you seen a picture of something that I was kind of working on Facebook and Instagram. I asked what you guys thought as a possible design. Yeah, it didn't work out. I frogged it. I am having the hardest time getting it to grow. Not the pattern and how I want it. Getting it to grow. Yeah. And any designers out there that are watching this, I could definitely use some help because it is stumping me. It's probably so simple. It's probably an increase I need to do or yarn over. Alright, the next thing that I have been working on, and you guys probably know this bag by now, is my impression shawl. This is a paid for pattern, but mine came with my yarn box subscription. This is from the March Yarn Box Club. It is Impressions by Kristen Haley Cardoza. I am doing the shawl. And the colorway is special to the Yarn Box subscription members. It is by Scano. You can buy Scano, but the colorway is special to the club. It's Splendid Aqua, 60% silk, 40% fine merino, 275 yards, 3.5 ounces or 100 grams. Gotta see a good picture of it like that. I'm sorry guys, I was eating popcorn earlier and it's coming. Sorry. I should have stopped and edited. I'm sorry. But it was just like right there. If I would have talked to you guys, it would have went poof, and shot right at my camera, and that would not have been very pretty. No. So I apologize for doing that, but it was better than it flying out at my camera. Alright. It has grown since you guys seen it last, and I should put a stitch marker. You can never, maybe it's me, but on cables you can never get a shawl to show right. But this is where it's at. If you guys want to see it up close. Gorgeous color. You guys can see it better. It's just working up beautiful. And looking at it on screen on my camera, it really, the color, the way it's working and transitioning is spectacular. I never noticed that before. I'm using my Signature Needle Arts. They're 3.5 mil or US 4. And if you're on the fence about spending the money, the 50 bucks for these things, do it. You will not be sorry. I love them. They do have a warranty on them. They're made in America and everything else. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of my China needles and online needles. I love them just the same. But there's something about the signatures that I just like. This pattern also calls for what size needle? A US 6 or 4 mil needle. So again, I am using a needle size smaller than what they call for. I am thinking of using the second skein because one skein makes the shawl and another would make the hat pattern. Not a fan of the hat, so maybe I'll just make it one big shawl. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll make two and it'll be a gift for somebody. You never know. Alright. My next one is, it is in Love of Knitting Spring 2015. Here we go. It is called Lily Brooch Shawl. And it is by Marley Bird. If you guys know Marley Bird, she also has a podcast. She also designs crochet. I love Marley Bird's patterns. It says skill level easy. And it calls for US 8 5 mil 40-inch circulars. And here is what it looks like on the model. I think it is gorgeous. I'm trying to make sure I can show you a picture and not the pattern, since basically I paid for it. But you guys can't even see that. But here's what the shawl looks like. And it's a fun little crochet I'm doing. I am using yarn thicker than what they call for. I am using my Darn Good yarn in Reclaimed Sari Silk. No, I'm sorry, I want to say Firecracker. I think it's Firecracker. I could be telling you guys a lie. I would have to look up what yarn it is, but I want to say it's Firecracker. I didn't get too far along on it, but here is what it looks like. Yeah, it has to be Firecracker. It's just gorgeous. I love the coloring in it and how it is working up. Yes, it is Firecracker now, because I remember the conversation that a friend of mine had. He said to me, Nicole, he goes, the color will make it stand out perfect. I'm like, but it's heavier than what they call for. He goes, try it, you like it. And I asked various people, and they're like, it looks good. And they said, don't forget, when you block it and it blocks out, it'll look even better. Besides, you can't go wrong with Darn Good yarn. I love their yarn. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know I'm a huge fan of Darn Good yarn. This yarn was from my monthly yarn subscription with Darn Good yarn. In case you were wondering, you get in the yarn subscription, you get 2 full skeins of yarn, and you can knit or crochet whatever you would like. And sometimes you do get wonderful patterns in with it. One of my subscriptions, I got a pattern from 10 hours or less. George, I'm hot. It's hot here. Alright, there's that. There's one more, and I have to look up the pattern. And it's a Darn Good yarn as well. It is go back to my projects. Equinox, not the wind sheaf. Is this it? Nope. Okay, I do have it in my queue, so hang on. Not favorites. As much as I love a touchscreen, it can aggravate me. I am making the Falling Leaves shawl by... It's a free pattern on Rav. And here is all the good information. And here is a photo of what it looks like when it's finished. I think it's gorgeous. I am using my Silk Cloud by Darn Good Yarn. I got 3 skeins of this. And this really is a true light or fingering weight yarn. I've never really used something this light before. So to me, it is a challenge, but I like the challenge. And yes, it is rainbow. Isn't it just gorgeous? It is working up gorgeous. I love the colorway. You guys can see it better back here. Gorgeous. I had to look the pattern up because I have it on my iPad. I'm using my iPad to view the pattern. Alright. That is basically it. Before I go into my goodies, there is one more other thing. You guys remember my vanilla socks that I made with my opal yarn? And I told you guys I had this much left. And I was like, what do I make with it? What do I use? I didn't know how much yardage I had left until I scored a kitchen scale at a yard sale for 50 cents. I was going to buy one at Walmart, and I'm like, go to a yard sale. When you go to a yard sale, you'll find one. And I did. And a friend helped me figure out the math because I was doing it wrong. I actually have, it is, excuse me. I don't have it written down. Yes, I do have it written down how much yardage I have. I have 230 yards left. And this is 100 grams or 25 meters, 425 meters. So I have quite a bit maybe to make a pair of socks because the socks I made were, well, I weighed them together. They came to 50 grams. So I have enough to make another pair of socks. Good to know. Or maybe a sockhead hat or something. Alright. If you're going to leave me now, I will see you guys again, and I will make sure it is next week. But if you're staying around, I will show you my enhancements, my yarn stash enhancements from Yarn Clubs. Alright, this is my September Yarn Club subscription from Darn Good Yarn. If you have headphones, sorry, but I love the simple noise, so sorry. It is 4 skeins. And you guys are seeing the color, true to color. And I have to look, I'll tell you guys what it is. That's the pattern that came with it. It came with a pattern this time. A surprise pattern this time. It is reclaimed cotton ribbon. 4 50-gram skeins of reclaimed cotton ribbon. And the pattern that came with it is for dishcloths. I can make 4 dishcloths. So that's good to know. But they're so nice, I don't know if I want to make dishcloths out of them. But They reclaim cotton, so yeah, they would make a good dishcloth. But they're soft. I hate to use them as a dishcloth. Maybe I'll find something else to make with them. We'll see. That's that one. The next one is my yarn box subscription. And it comes with a pattern, of course, your little card you get with it, and a pattern you can make. It is Bugga hand-dyed sport weight 70% superwash merino wool, 20 Mongolian cashmere, 10 nylon. I'm going to mess up the name, so I will show you the card. You guys probably already know who that is. It's new to me. This is Lilac Rose, and it is gorgeous. Oh, it is gorgeous. It's soft. And I do like I think it's the pattern that comes with this. I can't remember. But that is that. And last is my Mary Maxim's Falling Leaves Shrug. This kit comes with enough yarn to make this shrug. Not sure how I feel about this shrug. Maybe a shawl, I don't know. We'll see. But that is everything. Everything else has been good. Weight loss is going good, as you can tell. So I am going to let you guys go so I can edit this, and I will talk to you guys again later. Bye!